Hello, everyone. My name is Kuba and I'm a Chief Engineering Officer at Golem. And welcome to our Golem Hackathon one-on-one. As always, I'm going to improvise, and I'm doing this on my first try, so bear with me. I want to deliver this video to you as soon as possible because actually the hackathon just started. Okay, so let me show you what I'm going to talk about. I'll mention what is the whole purpose of Golem Network. I'm going to be talking about developer first approach that we're having and why we're doing this. I'm going to talk about who is allowed to build on top of Golem and actually what you can build on top of it. And in the context of the hackathon, what do we expect to be built? And after that, I'll do like a very short session showing you around, showing what is there, how to start. So like it's easy for you and you can just start writing your application. After that, I'm going to mention some limitations that Golem has as of this version, and I'm going to explain like why we still have these limitations, even uh, though they are very temporary. Okay, so let's go. So the whole purpose of Golem Network is to democratize innovation. We really want all the people out there to be able to build cool things. And this is not true right now. There are many things out there unbanked, without a credit card, people that have no access to traditional crowd providers because of some part of mm, data or ID that they're missing or citizenship that they're missing. So we want this network to be actually permissionless. Uh, you don't need to ask anyone's permission to use Golem network, and this is the goal. And so with this, we want this network to be censorship resistant. Uh, so no third party, no corporation, no government, or no other entity can block your application from working and your users from accessing the application. And if you add all of this, we want to free the creativity that is out there. Like whatever you want to do, you can express yourself and simply building an application on top of Golem. And we're building all that with the developer first approach. I mean that the actual future is in your hands, and we understand that. And this is why we're building the protocol with regular 6 to 8 weeks releases. And after every release, we're talking to you, we're doing bounties, we're doing this hackathons to actually interview, get your feedback, understand what you need, and then shape the final version of Golem. And actually, we believe this is the future. We are building a standard for the future, and this will be a key building block for the future of internet application and internet services. All right, so who can build on Golem? Obviously, everyone, like developers from all backgrounds can build on top of Golem. And I mean, like you can build on Golem the same as you can build on AWS, but you don't need to interact with any web interface where you have to register. You don't have to connect your credit card. There's actual no blockchain experience required. However, if you have it, you can leverage it, but just to write applications on top of Golem, you really don't need to be a blockchain developer. And so what we created is perfect for Python and JavaScript developers because on top of our APIs, we created high-level APIs that abstracts all the complexity of the internal Golem protocol, so you can just execute your code on top of Golem network. And if you need a custom image, then no worries. You just use Docker files, so it's as easy as creating a Docker image to create a Golem image, and yeah, it's very, very easy. Yeah, so what you actually can build on top of it, and probably anything you want within some constraints that I'm going to mention, but these constraints are going to disappear during the development process. So we'll be moving these roadblocks, but things that people already build as like video transcoder with a web interface, tool for password recovery, simulations, visualizations, special Python scripts, and some people even compile Vim on top of Golem. If you'd like to see more of it, I recommend looking at our awesome Golem page at GitHub. Okay, so we have a hackathon, and so you already know there are multiple prizes. They're pretty big. We have many tracks, so you can really find your niche, your spot within the hackathon. So we have an open track bounty, so like build the most compelling application. We have like a DeFi application, so anything connected to decentralized finance that can improve the decentralized experience or come into interaction with some decentralized finance applications is welcome. We're also going to have a bounty for a best Golem for social good application. This actually doesn't have to be like the whole application. Some cool proof of concepts are welcome. And so also the other category is gaming. So if you have an idea for a cool game that would be working on Golem and utilizing some computational power on Golem nodes, this is for you. And the last one is hacking new Golem. So if you want to somehow improve Golem itself, like the actual like new Golem or any part of it, yeah, it's very much welcome. Okay, so what are we looking for in the submissions? We're actually looking for end-to-end user applications, and of course, this has to be nothing more than an MVP, than a prototype. But we want a user to be able to interact with these applications. And so ideally, this should solve some tangible problem for a user. Or in case of gaming, this should be playable or contain some cool gaming loop. The app itself should be hosted on some public web interface or like be very, very easily installable via some package manager or script, so user can try it and we can try it. And of course, in case of Golem for Good and Hack New Golem, we don't require you to publish your application on the web. Just a link to GitHub with like a very clear running instruction is more than enough. And of course, all of this has to be like implemented correctly and work. Hope that helps. So I'm going now to show you, where to look for information and how to start. We actually have like a really cool documentation portal called Handbook Golem Network. Just let me minimize this browser. Yeah. So you can see it's Handbook Golem Network. And on the left, you have many. If you want just a quick start, so get to the part when where the application is actually, some sample example application is actually running on top of Golem, then look no further, just go to like quick primer. And this will take you like 15 minutes, and you will set up your Yagna server. Yagna, by the way, is the implementation of Golem protocol. So you'll set up the Yagna node, and then on top of it, you'll set up your Python or JavaScript environment. You can see the JavaScript and Python in the tabs here, and then you just execute a Python code, and it should all work on and execute on Golem network. But after that, I really recommend that you read further. I've noticed that when we released last time, 1.5 months ago, some people just took the example Python file and they started to tinker with it, which is actually understandable, but then you're missing like really important stuff. And this is because for some things you need like a custom virtual machine Golem image. Because, for example, you're missing the Python library or the other type of library that you want. So if you're going to work on an application for the hackathon, I really recommend that you go to the create your own application on top of Golem, because this will lead you through the whole process end to end, how to create it, how to create your own image, and after that, all of it should be a breeze. Yeah, so that should help you. Now, there are some limitations right now. First one, your task, like the single task, should be executed within a half an hour limit. This is something that we've introduced artificially because what you're interacting right now is just a test net, and we don't want like anyone to actually kill the network. So the limit here is 30 minutes. The other thing is all these applications, so your code running inside Golem network has to be self-contained. So it has no access to any type of network whatsoever. So you're actually sending your image to the Golem network and loading it on providers and loading your code there and executing your code there. And you can, of course, send things there and fetch results, but the code itself has no access to network. The third one is all the providers are like 64-bit x86 architecture, and this is Linux. So if you're compiling something custom, I don't know, some C++ code, make sure that you're compiling it for the right architecture. And regarding the virtual image itself, please make it under 1 GB. We'll actually enforce this rule really soon. And regarding the whole communications that is happening, just remember, for now, the whole communication within the Golem network is unencrypted. The end-to-end encryption feature is coming soon. Yeah, I guess that's it. I hope it helps. We're on Discord, and please go there if you have any trouble. So not only our tech support, but also a lot of developers from the Golem development team are active there, and we're really happy to help you and get your feedback. And if you still don't know where to go to find a Gitcoin hackathon, here's the link. Like, head straight to Gitcoin and see how to onboard and submit your applications, what are the rules, and other things. So yeah, I guess that's it. Happy coding.